Stay tuned on that one. There's nothing announced yet, but there's probably going to be. At least we hope so. So quite a few guys going down here. Wow, and it looks like Jonah Foster and Conor Lynch are the two guys that gets the best start out of this. Craig Leake, third. Whoops, my bad. And Clement Lana fourth. Colton Mitchell fifth. Stephen Widow sixth. Oh, pile up. So both Conor Lynch and Craig Leake is going to go down here. And Colton Mitchell is going to take over the first place. Stephanie Widow second, and I was about to download Guido skins, but unfortunately I did not do that on time. They look really clean in the topic there. I think I see Ben Seberg as well, but he's actually getting to be blocked by Clement Lana as Lana goes down. That's the 594 of no idea. Perhaps Matthias Lidman, Linus Grönson. That was Lidman, as their jersey numbers don't match up with the numbers in game. That sucks, but that's how it is. No update on that, the GPs yet. Tracks are trying to be made, like we have to make at least 12 rounds and we have to build all tracks pretty much from scratch, so it's a lot of work to do. So Guido now put the first place and Colton Mitchell just... Wow, that was a nice move, jumping to the inside and pushing Guido wide. Matthias Lehmann third here, so Lehmann's really looking good. Clement Lana fourth, Linus Grönson fifth, Brooke Papi sixth, Van Seberg seventh, Lana Chulis eighth. Wow, good race for him. Alex Monge ninth, Andrew Gravoff, Walter Gebhardt, Craig Leake, Conor Lynch, Chase Donovan, Janik Muller, Victor Nygaard, Fred Hedder, John Foster, Ruben Quilder, Connor Peavy. Okay, so rip Ruben once again here. He got so screwed in round 2 in San Diego. He got taken down so many times there. But I find this interesting. We have both Craig Leake, Ben Seberg, Victor Nygaard, Chase Donovan, Muller and Lynch so far back. These are some really heavy hitters and they're actually 10th place and beyond, so quite interesting to see what our heavy hitters can do. I know that Nygaard for sure is going to make at least a few moves. Wait, what? Big smooth one? You were just green gray-ish and now you're blue, what? That's weird. Aaron Hall was the one posting on the forum. I'm currently building Torchental as I stream every now and then. But back up front here we have Colton Mitchell with quite an impressive lead on lap 4. So Mitchell with a 1:11 lap time, that's really fast. Faster than actually any amateur did. So Mitchell just being on fire here. And if he continues like this, he might have a really good chance to win this one. And he does the triple consistently, that's really impressive to me. That triple is so hard to do, and if you just lose traction for a split second, you're going to come up short. Clement Lana in second place, as Lana worked his way up a few positions. James team, didn't even realize. Not able to triple, just barely wheel tapping. But yes, Liedman solid in third. And he told me a few weeks ago that he got third and he was so happy about that because he don't like Supercross usually. So Liedman in third, probably really happy about that. Linus Grandson, his teammate, fourth. Alana Jolie is fifth, so Alana's having a good day. He just told me he didn't like Daytona either, so apparently he's doing good at tracks he doesn't like. Which is usually the case by me, but I only got the whole shot and I crashed and died. So from first to 18 from first lap, that's story of my life, I guess. Followed by Alex Monch here. So Monch with a good run for 6th. Lana's just going down. Guido 7th. Oh, that was Bro Papi taking him down. So Papi is going to go up to 6th as he gets around Alanas as well, while Alanas was on the ground. Guido now 8th. Linz 9th. So Linz not really having the time of his life. Fred Header 10th. I'm not certain, but I think it's his brother. Could be his brother. The other header running for AMS in 450 and doing really good there. Yannick Muller 11th. Ruben Krill there just told me he was trying to get back into sim here, and as he gets taken down by Andrei Gravov. Ruben clearly being pissed as he's seemingly getting targeted almost. Having so much bad luck, always going down. But Ruben tried to make a comeback here because he's been racing it only for a few years back here. And he seemingly haven't had time or something, so he haven't been racing too much. But he told me they wanted to get back into racing, so he's going to try and make a comeback here. And he's going to try and practice more and more to eventually get into the top pace that the leaders are running. So that will be fun to look forward to. I think that was Damien Sansi on the ground. Could be wrong by me. Ben Seberg, Victor Nikos, and Nikos actually back to 15th place. Lynch now up to 8th, so these guys are currently being separated by quite a few positions, as they were relatively close before. But Colton Mitchell with a 10-second lead up here, looking really good. I have no idea on that one, Yasin. No idea actually. But he's really fast, I can at least agree on that point. Clement on a second place, and he's going to make up quite some ground as Mitchell just went down. So there's just going to be around a 5-second gap as both of them are going. Liedman still being solid in third. Monch now up to 4th, so Göransson seemingly have dropped down to 5th. And for those of you playing Counter-Strike, I have one thing that these tough blocks, they're red-blue, is reminding me of the skin Water Elementar for the Glock 18. I was focusing so much on that in my 250 amateur race. I just couldn't get it out of my head. It was so distracting. Just Glock, Water Elementar all the time throughout the race. So Garson seeming solid in 5th here. Connor Lynch is actually in 6th but down. To speculate that, I would say that the pole had something to do, as where it was lying. So Lynch being passed by Brock Pappy. And Yannick Muller just behind him. Stefano Guido behind them, and then Gravov running at the top 10. And if we look here, we can find Nycott up to 11th, so made up around 4 positions since last time we saw him. Seems like Colton has once again grabbed the whole of the lead here with 8 seconds back to Clement Lana. So Colton's going to try and make his way around a few lappers. Oh, getting screwed over by number 26. That's my buddy Chase here. What are you doing, Chase? Can't stand in the middle of the track like that. So he's actually, Colton Mitchell's actually going to lose the lead to Clement Lana here as he gets taken down. Or actually not getting taken down purely, but running into a lapper. But he's around Chase now, so he's out of the way. I don't talk shit about you, man. I just say that you make tracks. I am a CSGO guy, sort of. I really do enjoy the game. I started playing a few months back, and I enjoyed it quite much actually once I got used to controller. Oh, look at that, Colton's actually tripling before the triple, and that's the first one I've seen, I think, during the stream here. So, but yeah, Justin, it's a rough way to lose a lead, but in a fair point, he did see Chase, I would say, so it was pretty much his fault for running into him. Regardless, it sucks to lose the lead, but it's not too far off of Clement Lana here, and I think it could shape up for a battle quite soon. But yeah, if you like first-person shooter games and are able to play with a keyboard, Counter-Strike is really to recommend. But you have to probably spend 50 hours to just get a hang of things. At least I had, like throwing nades and stuff. It takes a while to figure out. But Alex Mons looking solid, trying to chase down Matthias Lidman here for third, just being a 2.5 second gap. Darren Skornason, Brooke Pappy and Conor Lynch spelling it out here. Or actually Brooke Pappy and Conor Lynch. Darren Skornason's quite a bit ahead of them. But Lynch seems to have the position locked down here. Wanna see if Pappy gets front high. So Conor with yet another team. Premium Motorsports this time, so can't figure out how many times Conor has changed team this year. It's amazing how many times it could be. But Brock Pappy riding for Impact here, also changed quite a few times this year, have heard on the forums. Yannick Muller also riding for Impact, quite a few guys actually doing that. We also have Ben Seberg and Andrew Gravoff here riding for Impact as well, so 4 riders from Impact here tonight. Clement Lana seems to have pulled out a 11-second gapper, so I assume Colton went down somewhere. Maybe with the lapper that's behind him, there's a 252 of Jordan Foster. But yes, Lidman trying to fan off Alex Monch here, and Monch almost gets taken down by the 104. That's Damien Sansi. But Sansi actually seems to have keep his place quite good here. Liederman actually doing the rut on the middle. That's a new one. I've only seen people use the outside pretty much throughout the whole night, including myself. Liederman getting squirrely as he's getting to really feel the heat coming from Alex Monch here. I gotta ask you guys in on Twitch here, do I seem more excited this week? Because I feel like I'm trying to deepen my voice, like not deepen but seem more excited. Alex Monch, I'm not sure. I can look it up real quick here. Would only take a few seconds. So Alex Monch here coming from Germany, it seems. At least according to the website. So we actually have a battle here for the first place, as I was spacing out. So we have Colton actually closing up to Clement here. Seems like both guys are going to do a double quad here, as that's the most safe way to get through. Number 252 staying out of the way. That's Jordan Foster trying to not cause any chaos. It looks like Clement's actually pulling away here, but that was a nice line by Jordan Foster with as he cripples him once again here. Jordan's been on fire on that triple. So this is a really good one here. We have Jordan. Oh, my bad. Shout out to Aaron Hall upon request. If you talk to me, I'm not a pro, I'm amateur. So Colton just hauling ass along with Clement here. Both guys just being so fast. I gotta see here, Ruben is back to 13th place. So I can't believe how fast these guys are, not making really any mistakes. And once again, Colton's tripling. Unfortunately, he didn't get a drive or get on the brakes to take the inside line this time around, but he's still so fast. And I do wonder why I took that inside in my main event. I should have kept going to the outside as everyone else, I guess. Not able to triple here this time, doing the safe thing and wheel taps. Or perhaps wheel bounces would be the more appropriate. So Colton goes off the bike. I think that was Jordan Foster going down. Liedman is going to close up here. We have a few guys in the middle. We have... Can't see. Somebody just getting off. So that's a 40, 38 and something I couldn't see. So 40 was Clement Lana, 38 was Ben Seaborg at least, but it looks like Clement Lana has this thing locked down. This is the last lap, and unless he crashes, I don't think anything's going to happen. So Conrad Lins trying to chase down Linus Göransson here for a top 5, as Linus currently holds up 5th place. Nobody triples onto there. Good choice, as both guys do the same line. Just have to follow here and see, so Clement wins. Clement Lana taking the victory. Good job. Colton Mitchell probably going to take 2nd place here. Alex Monch 3rd, so he actually passed Matthias Liedman for 4th. Liedman probably got taken down. Connor Lins getting into the back of some lapper. Can't make out who that was. That was the 80 of Craig Leake, I think. Oh, Matthias Liedman down again, so his team is actually going to get around him. So big change up here as Alex Monch takes 3rd and Linus Göransson takes 4th and Matthias Liedman 5th. So Liedman losing about 2 spots on the last lap. Wow, that was somebody charging hard. That was the number 80 once again going. Oh, that was Craig Leake, also rage quitting. So Stefan Guido finishing 9th. Nike got 10th, so Nike finally got some positions made up. Still not probably as good as he wanted to, as he's so close to the points lead. Ruben Quiller 11th and Fred Heather 12th. So great racing this week here in the 250 division. So great racing. Clement Lana first, Colton Mitchell second, Alex Monch third, with Linus Granson, Mattis Lidman, Janik Muller, Brock Papi, Conor Lane, Stefan Guido, and Victor Nakot. And our veteran here, Ruben Quiller, 11th. So great racing from all of these guys. So 20 riders here for the 450 main. Going to be interesting to see here who's in it. We have Hunter Root, Musieron, I think I saw Olson too. Just loading all the skins here, taking some time as usual. Why don't look at Snapchat in the meantime? Snapchat from Alana's here. Not sure what's happened, but I got like 2 frames per second. I have no idea what's happened to the 125 races. I was not going to race it, and I actually didn't even know there was one happening. Do you know who hosted the race? Or should host the 125 race? I can only imagine that hosting it in the same time as EMF hosting their Supercross would have something to do with it, but I'm not sure. So people actually being surprisingly nice in the chat here about... No idea who that is actually, but as I said, running another race on the time as... But you can set up races and stuff, like when you have a server and are able to host races, you can set them up regardless whether you want to. You can just set them up pretty much, and EMF won't have to deal with it. It's sort of EMF hosts 2 official events or series for the year, and that's the Supercross and Nationals. Everything else is just fun races pretty much. So there's that. I don't know if that made sense even. So, no, Fjellberg's actually here. I was almost worried we didn't have him. So Matthew Museum for a start here. Looks like number 10 of Valtteri Tianen is going to get a good start. But he's not going to be the best one as he gets taken down. Andrew Santos is actually going to come out with the whole shot here, followed by William St. Laurent. No, that was James Armstrong, my bad. So James Armstrong just being faster. Yeah, I know you weren't trying to hint at it, I just wanted to clarify. So James Armstrong switching up the lines here as he clearly would have, taking down Santos here. This is going to leave Maxim Tyson with the lead. So our series hoster is actually going to take the lead here, but he is going to be passed by James Armstrong. Armstrong just being strong in his arms, just powering through, I guess. Trying to be funny, clearly not him. So 2 EMC concepts graph in the top 3 and 1 for Madcape. It looks like Santos is the faster rider here as he tries to pass on the inside, does so cleanly. Valtteri Thailand almost gets down. Behind them we have somebody on a Kawasaki, and that's Jonathan Olson. Olson trying to come from behind here. Oh, that's James Armstrong going down, so Armstrong is going to drop back to 5th here. It looks like Thailand is still going to have to settle for 3rd as of now. Not able to going to get around Tyson. Oh, he actually doubles in front of him. Really nice and clean move here. Jones also is going to try his luck on the outside, gets lower over the wall, able to get the drive for the triple, so does Tyson. But Jonathan carries more speed around the turn and pass on the outside. Tyson goes down, Armstrong passes but goes high in the berm. So Olson setting his sight for Thailand here, 2nd place. And worse or really heavy hitters expected for the win. We have Robert Wilson, fun to see him here on EMF. Camille Tellier, Jason Soul, Jacob Holgersson, Fjellberg's the first one here. We have Fjellberg in 12th, Hunter Root in 15th, and Tyson Velasquez just not here. That sucks. So Andrew Santos with lead, Valtteri Etienne 2nd place, Jonathan Olson close by in 3rd. So Tyson still top 5 here. Tyson being in 4th, Armstrong down, going to lose a ton of positions here. But quite thankful spot to be down in, as most people just want right above him. So Armstrong going to be pushed back to 10th place. That was St. Laurent actually, so it wasn't just me, both were actually in this heat. Robert Wilson trying to chase down Armstrong for 8th. It looks like Armstrong is actually starting to pull away here from Wilson. Letelier is solid in 12th. Just in front of him we have Jacob Holgersson. Then just in front of them we have Jason Soul. Tyson still 4th. Tianen actually 3rd now, so also made another pass here for 3rd place. Number 222 of Bruno Goslar, nicely on the side of the track. And Seaborg shaving on his teammate, and Santos makes a mistake here, so Olson is going to be able to make the pass for 1st place as he gets into Santos. That was Bruno. Oh, Tynan just died on that rut. Somebody down there in the whoops. Not able to see who that was. Bruno still trying to... So Bruno just being a perfect example of what a lapper should be like. Just absolutely amazing how he shows respect through the way. But I want to see if Olson can hunt down Santos for 1st here. Both of these are really good. I think both of them have won Supercross mains before. I know that Santos was about to win one this year, but then actually got together by lapping Fjellberg. So he got... can't remember what he got, but he didn't win unfortunately. But both of these guys just Oh, Olson comes up short and front heavy. For some reason managed to stay on the bike, as that's amazing. Valtteri Tianan still third here. Running for Spitfire, real nice model to ride on. Also going to try his luck on the inside. Tianan almost gets together with him. Seems like both guys are going to try and triple out of the whoop section. And Root already had about 30 points in lead, so that's going to pretty much settle the game here for Root, unless he can't make the last 5 rounds or something. So also making his way around number 88 of Flora Kane. Jason Soul 4th place, so Maxim Tyson dropped back to 6th. Then we have Old Skalman in 7th, James Armstrong 8th, Maxim Vanderbeek and Hunter Root. So Hunter Root only up to 10th place. Trying to chase down Vanderbeek here. Vanderbeek just letting Root by. I mean, that was nice to not challenge him for the inside, as we both probably would have gone down, but that was a little bit on the nice side, I would say. So Root now up to 9th place with 13 laps to go. Roughly over jumping that, no problem whatsoever. Just insanely fast. Here we found Fjellberg, 13th place. Over jumping that too, pretty much the same length as Hunter did. What, Fjellberg actually running Valtteri's bike. Would you mind explaining why he got that nickname? The simulator, that feels like a weird nickname to give someone, but actually pretty cool. And we stand us in lead with roughly 7 to 10 seconds in front of Jonathan Olsson. Tianan starting to make up some ground here on Olsson as he charges. So the gap is 2 seconds. So actually using the rudder, it looked rather fast. Tripling. Just with these 450s you have so much power, you can pretty much just do anything you want to. And Olsson is actually up to the leader as I missed, and Olsson goes down. Tianan gets into those as well. Let's see here, Olsson comes out in 2nd place and Tianan 1st, so Olsson maintains 2nd place here. Valtteri goes from 3rd to 1st and Santos from 1st to 3rd. But that doesn't matter because we have a great freeway battle here for 1st place on our way. Somebody is in a turn, a lapper. Apparently left or got kicked. That was Bruno, I think, leaving on his own. Now, could this be Robert Wilson in front of these guys? 72, that is Robert Wilson. Really hope he stays out of the way, as this is probably one of the best battles of the year here. Robert Wilson, what are you doing, man? Tynan going down and Santos getting together with Robert Wilson, man. So Wilson seemingly slows down there for Santos to let him by. Jason Salt's actually going to be really close to him. So Robert Wilson seems to have slowed down the pace there. So Jason Salt just going to be a few feet behind Andrew Santos as there. So this leaves Jonathan Olsson with the lead as of now, with roughly 5 seconds back to Valtteri. Somebody on the side of the track. That is number 969. So 969. That is Reed Young. Really great lapper. And Valtteri is going down. Santos and Jason Soul is coming. Both gets around Valkyrie before he manages to get up. I've heard that too, Justin. I've never talked to him in TeamSpeak or something, but I've heard that he's that. Oh, that was a dirty move from Jason Soul there, taking Valkyrie down. Wasn't too dirty. We did just came together and somebody had to fall pretty much. So Andrew Santos going to go over the bars. So close to stay on the bike, but Jonathan also is going to open up quite a big lead here as Santos went down and Santos had a pretty big gap to the guys behind him. So Jason Soul suddenly up to second place. Things changes in a hurry. Tynan second and Santos third. Tyson battling it out with Root here, as Tyson currently is in fifth and two Root's going to try and change that. But he slides out actually. Jacob Holgersson and Maxim Vanderbeek battling it out. Oh, Fjellberg coming up short, and actually James Armstrong is too. So who can get going quicker here? It looks like Fjellberg is up first, but both gets around, going at about the same distance. Wow. That's a weird move to pull by Fjellberg, as I was expecting it to be a little more subtle and careful, but just going wide open hoping for the best. Cuts the tough blocks as well. Jonathan Olsen down here. Jason Soul just getting sideways in a rut. Looks like his front wheel just kicked him sideways. That is going to allow Andrew Santos to get by. So the order is now Jonathan Olsen, Valtteri Tynan, Andrew Santos and Jason Soul. And Jason Soul slides out yet again here. That is done. Is Fjellberg looping out just next to Jason Soul. The Rubik's Cube thing went alright. My 3x3 solves was on a good way to a personal best in competition, but I got a 16-second solve, and that did not finish because I messed up the algorithm, as I did one move, one too little, so the following like 10 moves messed it up. But 2x2 cube got new personal best in single. That was like 461 and 590 something in average, so quite happy with that. And there's a pyramid as well called Pyraminx that I actually set my average record on as well, so I'm happy about that. Almost one of Roots lagging a little. Almost seemed that way. Pretty stable. Oh, his connection spikes. That explains it. But pretty stable. I mean, spikes can anyone get. Hunter Root currently having roughly 22 seconds up to first place. And with 8 laps to go, that's totally possible for him to chase down. Andrew Santos second place, that's I guess James Armstrong on the ground. Valtteri Tynan, oh, Root's just lagging all over the place. I wonder if his internet is going to continue like this, or if it's going to get any better, because if it continues like this, he actually risks getting kicked due to the have a good internet connection rule on EMF. And the general rule is to have a ping lower than 300 milliseconds, but it's actually more to that than just the ping, as you have to factor in package loss as well. Because it doesn't matter if you have a really good ping, if you have like losing so many packages. Because if you send and receive, or like the receiver receives 100 packages, they're going to get all of those frames, if you will. But if you lose packages, that's like going to be sort of missing frames for just that bike, as it's not being updated as frequently as the other riders. So let's say just 2 packages arrives with where the rider is in 1 second. That's essentially just going to, as you can see, Router, he probably got quite a few packages that lost away, so he just floated in the air as the game tried to calculate where he was supposed to be, instead of actually having to rely on his actual position. If that makes any sense, just trying to... there were no 450 hits, as there was only 20 riders showing up. Yannick Muller just called out Hunter for lagging, and that's actually valid. Wonder what his ping is up on now. As you can see, it's pretty stable, but you can see that it spikes as well, and that's the problem with the spikes. Tyson's not racing this week apparently. I don't like to call out people, but when I see this, that's just unfair to other competitors. As most Australian people gets kicked from the race. I mean, just look at this, he's so all over the place. But you can see the ping is presumably just package loss, as you can see, because his ping is pretty stable, but once every now and then it spikes. There were only 20 riders Rico showing up, so there were only 20 places to fill, and the maximum is 22, so there was no point of having any heats, as everyone would have moved on. Yannick asks if I will kick him. Not yet, just... I'll be back in a second here.
Channel switched.
So sorry for that. Hunter is now being kicked as he did lag too much. So Andrew sent us back up to the lead here. Johnson seemingly made a mistake. So this is probably going to be a battle on the forum. Hunter is not the most vocal guy in the forum, so I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. But I am going to write something to explain on the forum. So Armstrong apparently being a bad lapper. Just wanna check that for a second. See here, we have 206. That is a rider in front of him, I think. I think Ruben finished 11th. So I can't see James is doing anything at the moment. So Maxim Tyson up to third with Valtteri Tianan just right behind. Interesting that people are doing different lines here. Tianan to the inside, just pushing Tyson a little bit here. Oh, Tyson going down. Okay, so people apparently saying EMF is corrupt, and it's not if I mean, it's worse if you don't do anything at a lagger, because you can't really, if the rider would have been in 22nd place, everyone would just call it BS and stuff. Yeah, I know we're getting a lot of shit, but this is actually valid, as everyone on stream could see that Hunter was actually lagging, so but we do have the stream here, so we do have proof that he lagged. Oh well, I will have to write an article, I guess. So Andrew Santos in the way to win here, as he almost got down. He goes down actually, and Johnson Olsen is not that far behind. If Andrew Santos makes one small mistake, Johnson Olsen will be right on his tail here. So Jonathan Olsen second place here. Valtteri Tianan seemingly getting third. Maxim Tyson lags. I haven't seen him lag the whole race, but I haven't been spectating him so much that I would say. Ole Skalman, 5th place. Mattias Lidman being mad in chat here in Swedish. Ole Skalman taking 5th here. Jacob Holgersson upholding 6th, and he will get it as he is safe. So Holgersson 6th, Jason Soul 7th, William St. Laurent 8th, Kevin Italian 9th, and Maxime Van der Beek 10th. So Fjellberg 11th, Gleb Volkov, Robert Wilson, James Armstrong, Florian Kane, Jordan Boyer, Matthew Messiaen, Hunter Root, Reed Young, Bruno Goslard. So thanks guys for tuning in. It was actually nice for a change to be done very soon. So this is going to be interesting here to see what is going to go on the forum. There's probably going to be a few angry posts, but I am prepared. No worries about that. So thanks guys. The SX2M's demo is actually uploaded already by Ryan Turner if you go and check them out. So thanks guys, see you next week.